Ben yakabit pele. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
if I buy something on a custom, I gotta resell it. When I resell it, it's gotta be beyond a reasonable doubt what I'm selling is what I'm selling. It's just the way it's business. At this point, I can't make you an offer. So, thanks for coming in, but I just can't do it.
Thanks for looking at it.
No problem.
You expect these things. Everything can't be as you want it to be. But I believe I brought in enough evidence here to prove that this chair is in the White House.
Now, put those things in here for me.
Take a $1,200 fire budget. Why are you throwing trash?
It's the junk bucket for the moment.
The junk bucket.
So like a junk drawer?
Junk drawers should never exist. They're for stuff that doesn't have a home. Everything should have a home around here.
When you have just one drawer for like a deck of cards, what about old keys? You're not sure if you need them or not.
And what about batteries?
Batteries would...
On this episode of Pawn Stars,
We have 5 stars for the weather. Holy grail.
they told me I was coming to look at a rat rod. I didn't know how bad it was going to be. Now the foreclosed house that I bought, boom, that's what I get it out.
Whoa. Martha Washington, $1 bill. I mean, this thing should be worth anywhere between 1,000 and 1,000.
1,000?
Oh, God. Money shop? Money comes first, and money comes second. Maybe not do the ass. But the best part, you never know what's going to come through that door. This is Pawn Stars. What do we got here? We have one of the rarest records in the world. Okay. 5 sharps, stormy weather. The 5 sharps. I've never heard of it.
This is the infamous copy on the Dick Clark show where they had an oldie rarest record. And it was in bulletproof glass with armored guards around it.
Okay. Now, was it Dick Clark or the Dick Clark were like, I bulletproof glass in the studio? It made great TV.
Jubilee Records had a fire in the warehouse supposedly, and all the masters and copies of the record were burned in the fire. And there's only maybe a few million copies of the world. You'd like to sell the records that I feel very valuable and it's time to maybe pass it on.
And to tell you the truth, I know nothing about this record.
My father had a record label named Bing Bang Boom Records. He had purchased this record in 1971 and released it on his record label. The record has, if you notice, has a crack in it. And my father had taken the record to a recording studio and recorded the record. Every time it came up to the crack, he had him cut and slice the tape. He made a master, re-released it on his record label. So do what collectors, if they wanted to hear this record, they bought the re-release that was on his label.
Okay. This record's got a really good story. I've heard of the song Stormy Weather, but I have never heard of the 5 Stars. So I am completely in the dark on the site right now. Are you looking to sell it?
Yes, I am.
How much are you looking to get out of it?
$25,000.
It must be really special then.
It is very special. As anyone who's a collector that wanted to hear this record, they know that it was pressed from this copy. And there's maybe 4 of them in the world.
Really amazing story. So, let me call my buddy. This is the guy who buys everything for the Hard Rock Hotel. So, if there's anyone who will know, it'll be him. Okay,
Sounds
so
good.
hold on a few minutes. I'll give him a call. I'll get him down here, and he can tell me why it's so special.
Okay, thank you. I'm fine with an expert coming in. I know it's the real McCoy. My buddy Bill called me, told me that there's a customer down here with a rat rod for sale, so I came down to check it out. Okay, Bill told me I was coming to look at a rat rod. I didn't know how ratty it was going to be.
My rat rod, my partner and I built, hand fabricated everything on it. I'm selling the rat rod for $17,500. If I get the full price on this car, I've got 20 cars already in line, and I've got plenty of plans for it. They're going to get crazier than this one.
All right, man, so tell me about it from front to back.
1927 Essex Super 6. We found it in South Dakota. It's been sitting in an open field since 1943. All it has headlights are made out of pails and buckets. Anheuser-Busch Beer King aluminum gas tank. The tunnel is made out of an old aluminum trash can. License plates for the floors. State of the art. It's got the anti-theft device where we've got the knives over here. Good idea. Just a little. You know, it actually drives pretty good.
Rat rods are kind of similar to hot rods. They just look like piles of junk. But they intentionally look like piles of junk. It's a weird thing. You know, these cars started off with people that they couldn't afford a really nice, expensive hot rod, and this is what they ended up with. And then now you become part of the tattoo culture, it's become part of biker culture. They all have that rusted, patinaed look, but not finished. I think the oil drum for the hood is kind of funny. All right, so tell me, what do you think you got?
Well, it's worth $17,500.
Says who? The Rat Rod Blue Book?
The closest thing I can find has been another Essex rod. Wasn't as crazy as this one. It actually sold for $27,000.
I'll tell you what. Do you mind if I drive it?
Check it out. Just make sure you take the anti-theft device off first.
For sure. I think it's clearly obvious I need to test drive this car. I mean, it looks like you could catch tetanus from it if you look at it. And let's just make sure our wheel doesn't fall off down the road. Bill called me up and said that there was a guy down here with a rat rod he wanted to sell. Hey, take it for a test drive and see how it goes. All right, I'll be back in a little bit. I was pleasantly surprised. Actually, drove well and turned well. There wasn't very many problems, I could say, as far as driving the vehicle goes. Definitely not as bad as I thought it would be.
Well, good. You made it back in one piece.
I know that these kind of cars are pretty hot right now. And if I get it for the right price, it should be an easy sell. Refresh my memory, man. What were we asking for this thing?
$17,500.
I can't give you $17,500 for it now. It's just, it's not there. It's definitely cool, and I totally get the rat rod thing, and I get it's supposed to look like this. I'm not even sweating the body part of it. I think, realistically, I could probably sell it for $15,000. I'd offer you $11,000.
I am motivated to sell, but you know, I can't give it away, and $11,000 wouldn't work. Everything about it is pretty unusual. All the engineering is quite unique for this vehicle. My bottom line, maybe 15.
I can do 13. It's the most I can go.
Yeah, I guess I'll say 13.
13? All right, deal. All right, I'll tell you what, get it down to the shop and do some paperwork there and get it all taken care of. All right, cool. All right, appreciate it. I'll be down there.
Thanks. I'm settling on $13,000. I've got other projects I want to go ahead and finish. I've enjoyed it. It's time for somebody else to have a kick in the pants and drive this thing around.
The guy came in with an old 78 RPM record of the song Stormy Weather, performed by the Five Sharps. I've never heard of it. So if anyone would know anything about this, it would be Warwick.
Hello, how are you doing today? What do you got?
He says this is like the rarest of the rare records.
He's right. This is the holy grail of doo-wop 78s. Stormy Weather's a great track, isn't it? Lena Horne made it her signature tune in the 40s, and then here we got a doo-wop version of it in the 50s. In actual fact, if you've ever heard it, it's terrible. It's just awful. This is famous just for being a rare record. It's not famous for being a good record. Doo-wop music, it's really a forerunner of rock and roll. It primarily comes out of the suburban areas of New York, Queens, Brooklyn, where guys would get on street corners and just practice local music. The infamy of this record comes from a doo-wop record store in Times Square. Somebody brought this record in to show the owner of the record store he wanted to play it on his radio show, so he took it home. Somewhere on the way home, it got broken. The guy's pet raccoon sat on it. And then he put an ad saying, well, I'll replace it for the guy. And then they discovered how rare it was. They couldn't ever come up with a replacement. So from that point on in the record collecting community, there was always this myth and this reward for this one record. The raccoon story is really part of what makes this so notorious. But how can we prove that the raccoon made that break?
I'm not really sure how you're gonna answer that, but I do know that this record was supposedly the one that was that record.
I can't add in any value for the raccoon. It all goes to condition.
So what do you think it's worth?
This record could have gone for upwards of $20,000. I would only pay $20,000 for the most beautiful copy. This one, it's cracked. That's a major thing to me. But I don't think you could easily get more than $3,000 or $4,000 for it.
Thanks, Matt. I appreciate it.
My pleasure, was. I think if the guy could prove that that the raccoon sat on this very record, it would be worth the money.
I would give you $1,000 for it.
It's funny you should say that though, because I've already gotten offers 4 times the amount he offered.
Good luck with it, and also remember, offers are one thing, cash is another.
Understood.
Good luck with it, Ethel.
Thank you. He will. He's entitled to his opinion, but for that amount of money, I would just keep it hanging on my wall.
What do you got there?
Hall of Fame WWE ring. It was issued to Paul Bear.
WWE, the sort of wrestling thing.
Sort of wrestling thing.
My kids thought it was the greatest thing in the world.
Weer een Asian hebben.
Ja,
Laat Asian of hebben.
Cornetto. Alsjeblieft.
No. Paul Bear's family. He was inducted in the Hall of Fame after he passed away. I became friends with the family over the last few years, and they gave the ring to me. I was as much money as I can for me and the family that it belongs to.
Ik ben nog steeds een video aan het maken.
That was...
Ja, ik heb 2 keer Roblox video. Ik heb 2 keer Roblox en nu speel ik een ander. Dank u.
He would like throw it on the Undertaker, and all of a sudden the Undertaker got all